It is well beyond the obvious. Well, it's actually all very obvious why this is so important. What I want to say here is, though, don't just take the assumption that this is important. Take it from me, who's spoken with people, who talked to Rodgers. This is critical. I would have said 2 days ago, before this hire took place, that I still had the percentages pretty low for Rodgers returning to Green Bay. I still thought retirement was an option based on the conversations I've had. The Denver Broncos were a possibility, other teams in the mix, perhaps somewhere like Tennessee in the mix. But Clements coming onto this staff, coming out of retirement, by the way. It's not as if this is just like he was somewhere else, that staff got fired and he came here. He's coming out of retirement to be back in Green Bay. This was important to Aaron Rodgers, and I think that this is a critical component to Rodgers returning to Green Bay in 2022.
One step closer to the Packers and their fans avoiding a nightmare. So, Mike, I ask you this. What else needs to happen to keep Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay?
We're sitting down with Aaron Rodgers, and we are going to be great listeners, both economically and non-economically. We're going to adjust his contract. We're going to push out cap charges. We're going to make sure that Devontae Adams doesn't leave, Devondre Campbell doesn't leave. And then we're going to say, hey, you have a meaningful seat at the table here, just like you did with Randall Cobb. And then we want to talk to you about the off-season calendar. So you don't have to be here in the spring, in the summer. We can talk about how often you're going to throw. And now we're talking about legacy. Look, the Green Bay Packers play at Lambeau Field, but we'll make it on Aaron Rodgers Boulevard. We'll do whatever it takes so you're happy and satisfied and hopefully have another meaningful 3 to 4 year run here. And as Jeff alluded to, having Tom Clements is a good step in the right direction.
Yeah, and from my perspective, I think Green Bay is the place to be for Aaron Rodgers because Mike talked about legacy. Well, you talk about a guy who's a 4-time MVP, he's only won one Super Bowl. What's the best opportunity for him to get back to a Super Bowl? I always look at everything for me always starts within the division, right? The NFC North, you see teams in that division that are kind of in rebuild mode. There's uncertainty within that division. But the one constant is Green Bay Packers, and ultimately, if you get Aaron Rodgers back in the mix, you are clearly the favorite within that division, not only to win the division, but wanted to be one of the favorites within the NFC. So I think the familiarity with the organization, the coaching staff, and salary cap aside, we know the salary cap can be massaged. You can do all the type of things that you need to do in order to get your roster where it needs to be. I still think the Green Bay Packers are the best spot for Aaron Rodgers if he wants to try to get to a Super Bowl.
The thing is, the Packers convincing Aaron that they're going to take these steps, making sure they keep Devontae Adams, is critical because there's going to be other teams out there that are going to show the love to Aaron in ways that perhaps the Packers might not have. We saw it with Tom Brady with the Patriots when he ended up leaving. Other teams showing that love. With Aaron Rodgers, we know that was going to be a critical component. The fact that the Packers are stepping up definitely makes them now the front runners in this race.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.